tomorrow. It will. Peace.
You took all that money out of our account without telling me. How could you do that, Martin? I mean, I thought we both agreed neither one of us would...
Neither one of us would what, baby?
Huh?
Testing. All right, so we have another Air Jordan 1 85 cut customs from Developer Boring. I was pretty excited that they wanted to send me the Chicago colorway. It's one of my favorite colorways of the Air Jordan 1. And man, they really do a good job making these customs. I even like how they have their own box styling, kind of differentiating them from a Nike product. Again, this is the second pair. Here's the first pair that they did. And it was, well, this is the first pair that they sent me. And this was another really, really amazing pair. I love this sneaker. I wear them all the time, kind of. I really appreciate that they take so much time and effort and research to make these 85 cuts one of the better recreations that we've seen. I think with Nike's official 85 cut recreations, they've kind of been all over the place. They really don't know which way they want to go, and then they made that bread colorway, and no one's really seen it, and they overcharge for them. So it's nice to have Developer Boring making similar sneakers. They give you their own laces, the packaging, the fulfillment, everything looks good. It makes you feel like you're getting a quality product from them, and they're actually priced fairly reasonable. That's another good thing about them. You won't have to pay an arm and a leg like people had to do for those bread 85s. And I thought Nike was supposed to bring those back out. What happened to those? And I know in the past, Developer Boring has made their bread 85 cut version, and they sell out pretty quickly. I've never actually got a chance to get my hands on a pair, but this is like the second best. This is the second best colorway when it comes to the 85 style. And 85 cuts are a little different as far as how they feel on your feet. And Developer Boring, they put a very nice polyurethane insole in the shoe, but an 85 cut is nothing like a typical Air Jordan 1 that you're used to. I love the toe boxes, but they're not typical. And this is what we had back in 1985 before a lot of you people were born. I was like 4 years old, and I definitely didn't have a pair of OG Jordan 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5, all the way up. I didn't get any Air Jordans for a long time, but back in 85, it was kind of like the Air Jordan 1 was a smash. Even in 1985, even the 2s, a lot of people don't know that the Jordan 2 was very sought after because they were actually Italian made back then. I think that's like 86, 87. But as far as these 85s go, I love their dedication to recreating an all-time classic. They're even making them down to like so many people are unfamiliar with how these are made. They just know about the more recent versions of the Jordan 1. They don't even know that 85 cuts are made like this. It's not an easy shoe to just throw out there and call it correctly made. They actually take their time and research to make these sneakers. And I keep saying that because, like, even look with this insole. That's an insole I've been begging Nike to put in all of their retros, and they just won't do it for some reason. They keep using Ortholite, and it is what it is. But I'm going to go ahead and compare these to a pair of, I'll just call them standard Air Jordan 1 Chicago's. And with Developer Boring, they try to get even the red down to what it was back in 1985. Now this is something totally different right here. And I don't know why they went away from the 85 styling. I don't know what made Nike and Jordan Brand kind of switch it to this. And being that I grew up with this style of Air Jordan 1, this is what my brain seems to think is correct. And it is correct because it's their own styling, but the 85 cut is what these are based off, which makes it very interesting. And just looking at these side by side, everything's totally different. The one thing that I did notice that stood out the most between the two is that this standard Jordan 1 Chicago, the leather just feels a little bit more softer than what Developer Boring is using. I don't know if this is because they came from Nike or what, and maybe the leather wasn't that soft back in 1985. I have no idea. But look at the reds. The reds are two different colors. The stitching, even the way the leather is unfinished on the seams, it's 100% a different shoe. And they even feel different. And like I was saying, with these customs, the 85 cuts, they feel, when I put them on, there's definitely a break-in period. And I have to go to a size 10 with these. So I would say definitely size up. I think even in the right shoe, it was pinching my baby toe just a little bit. And I didn't wear these a lot because I didn't want to like crease them up. But they look better on your feet than they feel. So I would suggest, if you're having some discomfort or these feel a little bit too small, and I did this with my Shadows, I actually took the polyurethane insole out of this Developer Borings and I put them in something else, and I put an Ortholite insole into their shoe, and it just kind of worked better for me for long time wear. So the shoe definitely, like I said, it looks better than what it feels on your foot, and that could just be the way my foot is. Like for you guys, you might be like, okay, Colo, you don't know what you're talking about. I put these right on, they're comfortable, and they should be because they have a very good insole. But for me, they're really stiff. Like they didn't really give much, but like I said, I didn't wear them a whole lot. But that's one of my takeaways from it. Please make sure you size up. This is not the same as a standard Jordan 1 as far as size wise. And it took me a while to kind of figure that out. But overall, I do think they do a great job. I'm blessed for them to send me a pair of Chicago's. Chicago is one of the most sought after Air Jordan 1 colorways ever. So shout out to Developer Boring. Make sure you follow them on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Maybe down the line they will send a pair of breads. Who knows? Because those go so fast and they want to make all their money. But it is what it is. I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace, love, and light. And I'm out.